have been listening and reading many things about feminism and racism and all that on YouTube and forums and posts and all that. And quite frankly, it all sounds very, very repetitive. And I doubt anything I say is going to help anything. And I doubt I even know enough to say anything at this point. I'm only human, and you're only human too. That's what you have to understand. You don't know everything. I'm sorry, but you don't. I don't care who you are. You don't know everything. You may know more than me in certain things, but you're not. I'm sorry, but no. One of the things I mostly see is people saying they're beating themselves up, they're shaming themselves, they feel they should be ashamed, like they feel they should be sorry for being white, male, cis, straight. But the reality of it is, no. That is not what they're trying to tell you. How is that going to help them in any way? Like, think about it. How is you apologizing for what you are and for what privileges you are given? How is that going to help? Like, you're probably doing it to be ironic and to be like, just to be rude, and you're not being serious. But they don't even want you to be serious about that. They're trying to just tell you, to show you what's happening to the minority group. And you're not listening. You're taking it all as a direct attack on you personally. But that's not it at all. Nothing's just about you. You have a very shallow, closed mind if you think it is just about you. You need to open up your mind and listen. Just relax. Relax. And open your mind. Get those thoughts out of your mind. Those hammering thoughts that they're attacking me, that it's all my fault, that they don't know what they're talking about. They think it's all about them. Get those thoughts out of your mind and just read or listen to what they have to say. And relax. If you feel like yourself getting angry, breathe. And keep reading. Absorb it. Understand it. To the best that you can. You may not be black. You may not be a woman. You may not be transgender. You may not be gay. And I'm sorry, but you're never going to fully understand what they're going through unless you grew up in that culture. You're not going to know, ever. Even if you read up on it and listen to it as much as you can, you're not going to fully understand what it is and what it's like. So for you to say or to tell someone and belittle their pain, that's just wrong. They're hurting, can't you see? Acknowledge their pain, please. That's all they want. But you belittle them, you make fun of them. Like, that's not help. That's making you look worse. You're being stupid. I was in that boat too. I really thought the social justice groups were trying to make me feel guilty for being white. That they wanted me to be ashamed to be white. When someone I really cared about posted, "I hate white," like kind of post on their Tumblr, I got extremely hurt. I felt like they were attacking me, like they actually don't like me because of my skin color, and I felt very offended and betrayed. And it took me months of heartbreak and pain and feeling like they didn't care about me as much as I cared about them. It took me months of that pain to finally realize that's not it at all. That's not what they were saying, or it's not what they posted. They're not saying, hate yourself for being white, hate yourself for being male. No. No, no, no. They just want you to see what's happening. Because I know you don't see yourself as privileged. I sure as hell don't. I still don't. I'm seeing more of it and recognizing it and learning how to pick up on it. But sure as hell don't see it until it's like you don't know what you got till it's gone. That really does apply to any situation. It's you don't see it because it's there all the time, so you don't recognize it. But if you just open your ears and open your mind and listen to what's happening to other groups, you'll be able to recognize it easier. They're not as privileged. They really, really aren't. Yes, we all have problems. Yes, we all have things bad that happens because of what we are. I'm not saying that your life has no trouble whatsoever. I'm not saying you have never been looked down upon, that you have never been just even beaten up or just yelled at or bullied for what you are. I'm not saying that has never happened to you. What I'm saying is that it happens more to the minority groups. And there's a variety of different things that happen. It all depends on your individuality, on how much oppression you experience, or how much even privilege you experience. It all depends. It even goes right down to your educational level. It goes way, way down to the town you grew up in, to your geographical location, your physical illness, your mental illness. It all plays a role on how oppressed or privileged you are. It all does. It's a very, very complex. And for you or anyone else to say it's easy, to say it's all black and white, it's all this or that, is wrong. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Don't feel like you have to be guilty for having privilege. That's just, you should only feel guilty if you oppress someone because of what they are. Or even if you're friends with someone because of what they are. You're a racist for being friends with a black person because they're black. That is racist. I don't care what you say. Say I'm not racist because I have a black friend. It's extremely racist in itself. You may not realize that, and I'm probably sounding like I'm saying a bunch of gunk to you. But as far as I can tell, it's how it is. It really is. Now on feminism, I don't like labels. I'm really getting fed up with labels because they're all misunderstood and they all have their backstory, they all have their radicals, their extremists, and they get judged by their extremists and stuff like that. Labels are a mess to me and they frustrate me, and I'd rather just not deal with that right now. So I don't know what I am personally, and I thought I knew what I was, and I just give up on knowing. But all I know is how I feel, is how I feel. But basically, I hear a bunch of men's rights activists complaining about the same things. Hitting a woman, circumcision, military, the rest aren't really coming to me, I'm sorry. I think it's that stupid friend zone thing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say things that rudely. This isn't a type of blog like that, but see, even I have to relax. We all have to relax. But you complain about feminists not looking into your research, not listening to you, not even acknowledging that your problems exist. Doesn't that sound a little familiar? Are you listening to what they have to say? Are you acknowledging their problems? Are you acknowledging what happens to them? Their research, their evidence? Are you acknowledging them? Why should they acknowledge you if you're not going to acknowledge them? Why? Tell me. I'm intrigued to know why you think you have more of a right to be heard than anyone else. I don't have a right to be heard. I really feel like this video is only gonna get a few views from a few friends who are actually intrigued by my YouTube. But I'm mostly making this because it makes me feel better to talk. I wrote down a bunch of things from watching YouTubes, and I'm just glancing at it because I had something else important to say. I don't remember what right now. Alright. One of the YouTubers was talking about ways to not, like, things to not be a feminist. Well, many of them were saying why not to be a feminism, why it's bad. God. But one of the things that really bothered me is that they failed to realize how really exposed women are in advertisements. Do you even look at it? Okay, I get it. You're a guy, you like women, you want to see them less than half naked. Okay. Fine, I can deal with that. But wait, there's sexuality involved. I like women. I like any gender. But there's other guys who feel that way too. They don't want to see a woman half-ass naked on their advertisements for men's clothes. They don't want to see that. As shocking as that it is to you, it's fact. You're not the only person alive. It's not all about you. It's not all about white, cis, straight males. It's not. And I'm surprised you don't recognize what you're even saying. I really am. Think about it. You're saying men like to see girls. So it's on their magazines. Let's see, there's trans men, there's gay men, there's a bunch, it's a whole spectrum. And again, you're doing this. You're doing this to yourself. You're oppressing yourself. You need to stop. You're putting yourself in one category and everyone else that is like you in one category, and you're making them out to be the majority. Back on my topic. They were saying how women walk around the street looking like that Why can't they look like that on magazines? My friends are gonna view this. I'm not sure if I should do this, but I'm sorry, but I don't see girls walking around with their boobs hanging out. Like, you see the underlines of their boobs. I don't see that walking around the street every day. Maybe in central New York, I don't know. I haven't been there. I've been to New York, I've been to the art section, and it must have been the wrong side of town that people aren't talking about because people there were friendly as hell. And people always complain that New Yorkers are grumpy and mean and rude. These people were nice as shit. Anyway, I don't see girls walking around and looking at the advertisements that you say they do. I really don't. And if you have an example, please, by all means, take pictures of of girls walking around in public looking like that. Please, I would love to see it. I'm not kidding. I like to learn. I like to read up on things. I always, once I get an opinion, I start looking at things that are the opposite of that opinion because I want to learn. I like this sort of information. My mind is wide open, and I love new ideas. I love new things. I'm an adventurer. It's who I am. I just like new ideas. But it's really starting to upset me, to be honest. And piss me off. I'm sorry, I'm forgetful. Oh my god. Okay, I should talk about Friendsome. So guys like to complain and complain and complain more about how they're the nice guy and how every other guy is rude and an asshole and how girls only like that. Because everyone knows you're the only nice person in existence since ever. And every girl should be crawling at your feet half naked ready to have sex with you. But only the hot ones. And only the white ones. Do you see? Do you see what I am saying? I really hope you do. You probably don't. I'm wasting my breath. You probably already closed this video. There's people I want to talk to. If you're even trying to look at it. On the note of the military, I'm really bad at names. Number one, I feel like I should know about that right now. I really suck at names. But the thing that you get forced into if you are born with male genitalia, to get into them, like to be, I want to say impeached, but I definitely know it's not fucking impeached. Good God. Enrolled, I'm just gonna say enrolled. I'm so sorry, I suck at words, but I believe that should be just taken out. Like, I believe any gender, any race should be eligible to sign up for that. And it should just stop being forced on people. That is just rude. And that's just wrong. I'm not saying it's right. But that's one of the few problems compared to what minorities are experiencing. It's real. It's happening. But compare it to we gotta fight the bigger fish first. We gotta get the bigger fish out of here. This is things that are happening to minority groups. And then we can focus on your problems. And don't worry, we're getting to you. But you need to help us too. We will listen to you if you listen to us. Okay? On circumcision, honeys, all surgical procedures have a risk. All of them. And I don't know if you know this, but parents, when the child is a young age, parents have the right to sign their child up to any surgery they wish or that they feel is right. I'm sorry, but it's true. It happens for everybody. If someone is born with, I don't know, like, like those, like twin things that are like stuck to your skin, but if it's able to be removed, our child has no say in it. They won't have a say if they like being attached to their twin or not. They don't have a say in that. The parent does. The parent, they can't talk. That little kid can't talk. That's not a male issue. That is an ageism issue. If you want to get into circumcision, get into ageism, okay? It has nothing to do with being male, because again, there's like, just because you were born with male genitalia does not make you a man automatically. Or whatever the fuck you are, like, it doesn't matter. We're all individuals. But again, that's an age issue, not a male issue. Girls go through surgeries they don't want to when they're little also. And like I said, all surgeries have that basic line of risk, which is surgical equipment being left inside and infections getting in there, and they're basic. As extreme as they are, they're basic. And everyone goes through a risk by getting any type of surgery. Even plastic surgery, that's a risk. It's all. Any surgery is a risk. Think about it. You're opening your skin. You're opening your insides to the world outside. Most of your issues are real. They're just not what you think they are. I really thank you for listening, and I'll make another video, perhaps, about talking about this a little bit more. I'm going to put links in the description of things I found very informative about white privilege, male privilege, and all that. And feeling ashamed for being white. I'm just going to post it all in the description. You can read it if you like. I advise that you do. Just, again, when you read it, before you read it, deep breaths, clear your mind, open your mind, and then read. Read slowly. Take into account each word. Don't rush through it and get all angry and heated up within the first paragraph. If you feel yourself starting to get heated up, take deep breaths and continue reading. Read it all before you say anything about it. It's a very important thing to do. And I had trouble reading, and I read through all these. I used to not read through all of them, and used to be like you. I got all heated up, and like, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, blah, blah, blah. Just relax and read it all, please. If you don't want to be for someone else's benefit, be for your benefit, okay? Just relax, okay? Just not all about you. Just remember that. It's not about you. Thank you.